video of this cat called Thick and Nugget or something.
What? That's awesome.
Something like that. Anyway, he was the first cat to get accepted into this like dog hydrotherapy program.
It's like my 600-pound life for cats. Welcome back, everybody. We're here again, Breaking Bad, final season, episode 3. Tom, what happened?
All right. As per the internet, a German businessman from Madrigal, the parent company of Los Pollos Hermanos, ends himself to evade questioning about his ties to Gus Fring. The DEA filters through various leads in hopes of finding information related to Gus. In order to rebuild their lives and form a new profitable drug business, Walt and Jesse decide to look to Mike as a new partner. Mike refuses, but soon learns that a Cayman Islands account Gus set up for Mike's granddaughter has been frozen by the DEA. Skyler's mental state continues to deteriorate due to Walt's criminal activity. Magical executive Lydia Rodart Quayle hires an assassin to kill Gus and Mike's former employees, who can incriminate her, including the latter. Mike thwarts the plan and almost kills Lydia, but relents and instead asked her to continue supplying methamphetamine to the crew.
Fun.
That's it.
And the boys are back +1.
The boys are back +1.
Can you imagine if I read like the wrong episode synopsis, like the one we're about to watch, and it just ruined it?
You need to prepare.
Yeah, I think we would be like, whoa, what?
Right.
Yeah.
No, so yeah.
Anyways, so that's that.
Like when we were in Idaho, and we got the one synopsis, and they we tried to read it, and it came up about combo. We're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, fucking AI. That was an AI generated one, I think.
What happened with combo?
I still have the notes that I was gonna read on that whiteboard. They're still written on there.
Nice.
From almost a year ago. Anyways. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Let's hope this episode isn't an hour and 6 minutes like the last one we posted. Jesus.
And
yeah, it was a long discussion when we talked about like the hypothetical about would Gus have actually gone through with killing a kid. And it definitely seems like by the comments, like it is a very, like people are on one side or the other. It's very, very debatable.
Yeah, you know what? It's not clear what he would do, Mr. Commenter Man. I don't remember your name.
So taking something personally.
I am personal.
What? I'm sorry.
One of the comments said it's clear that Gus would do it, and I'm like, it's not clear, and I stated my case.
Yeah, I disagree a little with that statement too. I think they left it very unclear.
There's millions of signs that it's not clear. Like I brought up the conversation out in the desert when Gus says, "Are you asking me if I would order the execution of a kid?" And Walt says, "I would never ask you that." And it's like purposely vague to where like Gus looks like, I can't believe you would think I would do that. And then Walt says, I would never ask you that, because Walt definitely thinks he would do it.
And Walt doesn't want a definitive answer either.
And it's purposely vague. And that's one signal that it's not clear cut. And the fact that there's so many varying opinions and strong opinions on each side, it's clearly not clear. Ha! See what I did there?
And then someone else in the comments mentioned that Gus had toys in his house when he had Walt over for dinner. Yeah. And I've always felt from the very second that scene opened up is that it was performative. That I don't think he has. I mean, I guess we're going to find out in Better Call Saul. But
maybe.
Maybe.
And then they said, what else did they mention that he said? Well, the kids don't like it. Something about the food.
Yeah, the food. Yeah.
Of course, though. Like,
Kids don't like anything. If it's not mac and cheese.
But like he could. But that's the thing. Like he could be using that as like another kid he observed in the. Like I don't think him saying that is indicative.
Maybe it was
of him
Brock he fed one time, or was it
kids.
Tomas? Tomas was the kid that died.
Like that's something I think pretty generic. Like, oh yeah, the kids don't like what I eat, what I cook.
Yeah.
He
says, look at me, fellow non-psychopaths.
Right. Like I think it was definitely to appeal to Walt's, I guess like family man side, but like
Family Guy.
Yeah. Because that's
and you guys actually, you guys actually noticed. I remember you guys commenting on the toys, like when the scene came up, you guys were already talking about. I wonder if he has a family, and then somebody noticed like the toys on the ground and said something, and that was in the reaction.
Yeah, and I think I said the family's probably like tied up upstairs.
Yeah,
They're just they just like took over the house for the dinner.
It's more so he's like, this is totally human compassion thing I'm doing.
Yes. So I think he just took on that persona, and it worked. Yeah. So.
Well, I'm just happy I'm here for this reaction and I'm not leaving. So.
Let's hope not. We're starting a little bit early. So let's hope those batteries stay going. Which means we should probably get rolling. You ready?
Can I thank everyone for asking about me, and like just thank you guys in the comment section. Thank you. I'm good.
He's fine. He's just
I'm good. I'm good.
He's just in the dark. Okay, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Trash time.
Hey, Darla. How are you doing today?
Paralegal. Coming up in the world.
Helen.
His voice reminded me of an actor, but it wasn't.
That's not a paralegal. Liars.
He's a para-illegal.
Hey, Dennis. Have a seat.
Uh-oh. He seems to know what this is about.
I don't know if you remember, but that's the guy from the laundromat that let Gomi search the...
Yeah.
Oh.
He felt familiar,
Mike, I'm keeping my mouth shut. The laundry was right above the lab. There's no way I could say I wasn't in on it. I'm looking at 8 years minimum. But I'm doing my time like I'm supposed to. I'm no rat, and you know it.
Your family's gonna be fine. You will be made whole. Now, you got my word. You need more?
No, Mike.
I love Mike, man.
Martinez across town. McGann's up in Sandoval. The Sandia travel cops are holding him.
Trying to make sure there's no loose ends, no risks.
Holt and Perez are in lockup in Los Lunas. You don't mean to get to them all today?
Yeah, I do. Hey! Let's go! Open up!
Well, is that the name he used when he was asked about Gail? When he was asked about Gail?
Yeah.
Your day.
Paul Moon's a poet.
So, Mike knows the business. He knows distributors.
Mike's okay.
He's okay. He said he was gonna break my legs. And don't tell me he didn't mean it, okay? Because he gave me the dead mackerel eyes. He meant it.
Mike threatened me. He threatened Jesse. He probably threatened someone before breakfast this morning. It's what he does.
Now that we're all together, here are the ground rules. Division of labor. I handle the business. Making the stuff, that's your end. I don't tell you how to mix your chemicals and whatnot, and you do not tell me how to take care of business.
Hey, you're okay with that?
Yes. He handles the business. And I handle him.
And I handle him.
What a dumbass.
I love how Jesse just walks with him.
Business,
It's a corrugator.
He uses steam and salt to crimp craft paper for cardboard.
And it makes a hell of a racket doing it, which is great, right?
No. Steam and salt. When this thing is running, it's like a jungle in here.
Shit. That'll ruin the product.
Well, you can't just pop down to Costco and get a couple dehumidifiers? Look, I get it. Just say no and we'll go get dinner.
All right, so all starts. No way we're cooking in here.
Perfect.
Yeah.
What?
How are we gonna fit a lab in here?
Exactly.
Who said here?
Hmm.
No one looks twice at a tented house. Now, maybe there's a strange smell coming out of it. Does someone think to investigate? No. Does anyone go inside? Hell no. And that's where we'll cook.
Like once?
They tent, what, 3-4 houses a week? So we pick the one that's best for us.
Mr. Ponytail on the sidewalk, that's Ira. He's the owner. On the roof is Sandor. The ladder's Fernando. And down below, that's Todd. Pest control operation is legit. I mean, they're licensed, they're bonded, they do as good a job as anyone in town, but they're also top drawer, second story men.
Second story.
B&E artists. They're burglars.
Height is good, width is good. How much weight will this hold?
It's rated for 900 pounds, so unless your band plays lead bricks, you should be okay.
We're gonna need, Hey, man, I'm trying to do business over here, bitch. Sorry, he's like overly enthusiastic. Anyway, I'm gonna need 4 of them.
From time to time, you're gonna see these two. As far as you're concerned, they are ghosts. You don't see them, you don't hear them, you don't say good morning. You don't speak unless you're spoken to. On the other hand, if they tell you to jump, you don't ask what for. You jump. Now, you need a name for them? You call them yes, sir, and no, sir. You got any problems, you come to me.
Sorry.
Oh,
we were just
wrapping up. Is Brock gonna recognize him?
This is my,
Fred. Hi. Bolt.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
This is, Brock.
Hi, Brock. I'm Walt. Heard a lot about you. I understand you were in the hospital. And Jesse told me.
And then you
were
bring it
very
up.
brave.
I know. Cocky bastard.
Yeah,
Oh.
man, a few words.
I'm sorry. He mostly just wants to play his game.
The Heisenberg look.
It's quite the step up from the Crystal Palace at the start.
I also read that they will utilize Airbnbs, which is not far off from kind of in the same vein as this, where you're constantly moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sir? Sir?
Did you forget?
Yes. There's a nanny cam in the living room clock. I disabled it. I just thought you should know.
What the hell is he doing?
Thank you.
What's your name?
Todd, sir.
You know, I've got to say, seeing you with Andrea and that little boy was nice.
Yeah, it's good, right?
Yeah. And the way she looks at you. Oh.
You think?
Oh, definitely.
You mean how much she knows about this?
Or your own honesty?
She doesn't know anything. I mean, you know, she's not stupid. She knows I'm into something, but you know, she can make a pretty good guess. But I never told her anything. I'm not gonna.
It's precious. Wait, what are
She's
you
gonna
doing?
notice.
You don't smoke? You haven't smoked since college. You can't be serious with the baby and shut up. What? I'm sorry. Please don't speak to me like that. I am simply saying that you
Will you
can't
shut
put
up?
that to- Hey.
Shut the hell up. Shut up. Shut up.
Skylar,
shut up.
please
Shut up.
stop.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut
Hey.
up. Shut
Having a
up.
mental
Shut
breakdown.
up. Shut up.
A couple weeks back, Ted took a fall, a bad one. He gave himself a concussion and fractured a couple of vertebrae. He's still in the hospital. He may never walk again.
Oh my God. I didn't know. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
But that couldn't explain Skylar's.
Yes. Yes, it could. You must know. Oh, God.
She was having an affair with Ted Beneke.
It wasn't ongoing or anything. And Skylar and I have been trying to put things back together. And then the accident happened, and she...
Yeah, my God. Son of a bitch.
Marie, I'm begging you, please, keep this to yourself. I don't want Hank to think less of her.
It's long. It's like 3 hours. Yeah, it's long.
I love the transition between the gunshots.
Yeah, the money counting and
You and me, $367,000 each.
Ooh, wait a minute. After the dealers got their cut, we should be looking at $1,379,560.
Oh.
Mike, you're short. You're almost 300,000 short.
You're forgetting about the mules. They get a flat 20%.
What?
The drivers are the ones that take the product from us to the dealers.
And so, transportation is worth 20%?
They're taking a risk. Legacy cost. $351,000, that's $117,000 each.
Legacy costs?
I got 9 guys. You don't know them, but they were part of the previous operation, and they know a lot. And right now, some of them are in jail, and more will be soon.
So, what are they doing to further our interests?
The cops are looking at them very closely. We don't want them furthering our interest. Business is my end. This is business. End of story.
Uh-oh.
This is your problem. It should come out of your end.
Hey, stick out of mine.
Huh.
All right, go for it. I don't care. Just take it.
Just like stop the dick measuring contest. Jesus.
No. Jesse, thank you, but no. I'll pay my share. Go ahead.
Cocky bastard.
Tell you something. This is how it's gonna be from here on out. My guys are an ongoing expenditure, so you best get yourself comfortable with it.
Broke it off with Andrea. I had to.
Oh.
She's gonna tell Brock. You know, I'm still gonna take care of the rent and stuff. It's the right thing to do, but, you know.
I meant this. How are you feeling about the money?
You're looking at it wrong.
When we worked for Gus, we were cooking 200 pounds a week.
This last batch,
It was great, but we didn't even crack 50 pounds. We maybe cleared less money, but we got a bigger piece of the pie.
Been thinking about Victor. Yeah. All this time, I was sure that Gus did what he did to send me a message. Victor trying to cook that batch on his own, taking liberties that weren't his to take. Maybe he flew too close to the sun.
It's a threat.
His throat cut.
how else are you supposed to take that?
It's like, what the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, it's a very weird thing to bring up right then and there.
I didn't understand what was the proverb at the end.
What was what?
The thing that Walt said.
He was talking about Victor. Remember Gus slit Victor's throat?
Yeah.
With the box knife?
With the box cutter he had there. And he's basically saying, and like, if maybe it's because Victor was, maybe he killed him because he was overstepping because he was going to go ahead and cook, and now Jesse has learned how to cook, and maybe it seems like Walt is threatening him to like, don't overstep your bounds or you'll get the box cutter.
No, I thought he was talking about Mike, because Mike is overstepping a bit. What he's talking
yeah,
to
it's
him.
open to interpretation.
It could be
you
Mike
don't know
as
if he's
well.
talking about Jesse, to Jesse, about Mike.
It's like, it's just a general shout out, you know.
Yeah, y'all motherfuckers better watch yourself.
Bro.
I did not expect Jesse to break up with
Yeah, Walt's a manipulative bastard.
Bro, I swear
this
that
one
was,
he cares.
that was clearly
like he
the
cares.
intent,
He
right?
knows what. Yeah, absolutely.
That was clearly the intent.
Yeah, like.
And here I thought that he was like trying to be like, no, you guys will be great together, and like he was starting to have some sort of like he was gonna, like you like remember that moment when he was I forget what he was fucked up on, when he was down in the basement in the laundromat with Jesse, and then like he almost had like the breakthrough. Whether there was, I don't know, breakthrough, but he almost had the confession about Jane.
The fly episode.
Oh, and the fly episode.
The fly episode, yeah. Like
when he's falling asleep and Jesse's up on the ladder, he's like, "I'm sorry."
And I'm thinking, like, all right, so he's having a beer and like, you know, a couple of beers with Jesse, and like he's starting to think, like, you know, like he really does care about Jesse. And I thought maybe, you know, he's gonna like,
and then
start to open up a little bit again, you know, like about Jane or about Brock. You know, like, are they gonna? Is that? I don't know. That seems like too much of a stretch.
Yeah, and you know.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah. Katie.
He seems to have these moments. Like Walt seems to have these moments where, like, he kind of grasps back to humanity, but then it just goes away.
Well, Justin, like, just on the surface, it's like incredibly superficial. Like, he's saying it. A lot of people do this where it's like easy to say it, but not easy to do it. And like the advice he gave to Jesse, where I said, like, it's almost like he's talking to himself, doesn't change his mind. Like, he, you know, Jesse thought about it, was like, yeah, I can't have them anywhere near this. And here Walt is moving right back into his house.
Yeah, that's a good
you know,
point.
like he's such, like he's such an asshole. Like he just drives me crazy with that, because it's like, you know, yes, I do think he knows what he's doing, but then again, I do think that there is this weird level of lack of self-awareness. Like at the same time, he's manipulative, though. He's a complicated person, but man, is he infuriating. Oh my god.
That's awesome. He's
and
selfish.
being like, yeah, I think it's the right time. And then like manipulate Jesse to leave. Like his, you know, happy. Like, oh god.
But even then, shouldn't he have had the discussion with Skylar about it's the right time for him to move back in? He just, nope, I'll just...
That's what I'm saying. Like,
assert my dominance. It's the right time.
He doesn't
I'm
believe.
doing it. No
He's
discussion.
Like a politician. He doesn't believe what he's saying. He's just trying to get out of people what he wants.
I mean, how many people did he manipulate in this episode only? He manipulated Skylar. He manipulated,
Marie.
He manipulated Marie, and he manipulated Jesse.
And Jesse,
like this is just to remind us how what an ass he is, you know. And it's
he's a bastard.
Yeah, remember in the first season, he's like, I'm doing this for my family.
He brings Holly out to the garage to show her the money. Like, what a freaking idiot. Like,
watches Scarface with her.
And then they're watching Scarface.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Is there gonna be more Todd? He seemed like there was like that little scene where he seemed to be very intrigued by Todd's observation of the
and just
cam.
how Walt had like, and what's your name? Like, whatever. You're about to cook meth in a roach-infested house.
Was it because he broke the rules because he wasn't supposed to say anything to them?
Yeah. I was gonna say, is there gonna be more Todd or no more Todd?
Or no more Todd, right? Could go either way.
Exactly, but that's like the same. Like that's how Gus would have. Like he wouldn't be like, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking to me," rah rah rah. No, it would be Todd would just be dead. Like at whatever, however Gus decides he's gonna be dead. Like it,
Yeah, or deported, like the ladies that were.
Or deported, right?
Like the ladies that were in the laundry when they're like.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he's like they're going on a bus to their back home.
Yep.
What did you guys think about the new cook operation?
I think it's a good, cool idea. I'm worried about the. I was worried about the timing. I mean, they looked to me like they started in the afternoon and they finished by morning, so about 12 hours, and then they turned the fumigation on when they left. So I think that's enough window, for it to not be like noticed, alerting. Yeah, like I think that's good. Question would be is like, can they clean the cook site up good enough to where little things aren't left around? They have foil shavings and they're sitting on the couch watching TV, having a couple of beers. Is there going to be a bottle cap? Like, is there going to be? I mean, I know it's like 12 years ago, but history on Netflix and stuff like that. Like, there's all these little things.
Well,
that maybe could get caught.
You know how that guy was reading to the homeowner, like, all the things, like, and you're signing off that you won't be getting back in the house and all of your medications are either with you or double bagged, like when he did that whole thing. I think that could be foreshadowing to, like, somebody coming to the door and, like, using their key, like, and, like, their kid needs their inhaler or whatever.
What do they do? Gas them?
But then they're going to, like, walk in and see this happening.
Poison him.
But they poison with the fumigation stuff and they'll die. And clean up and be and then they're like, where did we don't know. He went in there. He shouldn't have gone in there.
I just think it would be like a witness because they're cooking in the little like hospital and then they're, venting it out the windows. I don't think walking in, and then they set off the fumigation stuff, but they might see like movement in there and be like, hey, can I get in there? Like, I don't know. But like, I feel like
I'm saying that will happen, and they'll have to kill them, and they'll use the way to kill them is with the chemicals from the fumigation.
Maybe.
Wait, I have a question. When they're done cooking, they will destroy the house.
No. They'll clean everything and get out.
Or they just leave, and then the whole operation will be okay.
Because they're fumigating for
so the whole reason they're covering it and tenting it is to fumigate and kill all the whatever pest is, cockroaches, termites.
Okay.
And then it kills them all, and then they take the tent down, and the house is now in livable condition.
It keeps all of the chemicals inside in the air so that it doesn't dissipate out, and they survive. It like keeps the air concentrated with poison. So basically, they wrap it up.
Yeah.
And so that's their cover. Is that nobody, you can't go in the house for like 72 hours. So it's a perfect place to go ahead and cook because nobody's going to go in. But Katie was saying, like, homeowners and family and stuff, sometimes, they just do things.
They just sign things and then don't abide by it.
And then, they're like, all right, well, I got to go get the inhaler for my kid. I'll just run in and grab it and hold my breath. Run in, grab it, go out. And then what's going to happen then? Now there's a witness. Has to be taken care of, and when you kill him and let him poison him.
That's a lead.
Look like?
That's a lead. When there's, or you can say it's just for the poison.
It's a loophole, which means you should probably pay for somebody, to stand guard. One of the vans should be out there or something.
They signed that paper, so probably... I mean, he said that they were insured and bonded and all of that stuff. So, I mean, like, if they broke one of those rules and they ended up dying as a result, I don't know how that would work, but, like, they signed the...
Yeah, they understand the risk that you're walking into poison.
I feel like everything
Maybe none of that happens at all.
Probably not. Well,
I feel like
what happens is
a guy comes to fix the water heater.
Goes in and it drips into the water heater and it causes an explosion and yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the neighbors die.
Maybe not.
Mike's other ear gets blown off. It's a whole thing.
It feels like season 2 all over again with everything boiling up and until it's gonna explode, like everything is from every angle is it's going to.
The only difference is it's the final.
It's the finals, so it's gonna be a volcano, bro. It's gonna be a volcano of things. Everything's gonna come at once. Hank and Skyler and the DEA and Gus's and Mike and the cartel. Everyone's gonna come for Walt.
That's why he needs that. That's what, and it's gonna be the ending scene of Scarface.
Right?
Say hello to my.
He said that nobody lives.
If he says, "Say hello to my little friend,"
he absolutely will. If that happens, he absolutely will.
And then the chemicals, and then he starts shooting chemicals.
It's gotta be done really, really well. Otherwise, I'm gonna cringe.
Yeah.
No, maybe not.
Cool.
But
say hello to my little reaction.
There were a lot of little foreshadowing things in this episode.
Mm-hmm.
The Scarface, I think he's definitely like, I'm freaking Tony Montana now.
I know.
But you don't want to be him because he meets his. Sorry, wait. Blue hasn't seen it.
I haven't seen it.
It's not a spoiler.
His demise is the drug trade. His demise is the drug trade from him going, and he starts small and he does. The girl builds up and he becomes like this huge guy, and he kills. His competition, and he becomes old big boy, and then he gets taken out.
It's a 3-hour movie.
It's like 3 hours long. Yeah, It's pretty long.
Yeah, fuck that.
It's a good movie though.
Oh, it's excellent.
If we one day decided to do
we can't react to that. We've all seen it except for you.
Yeah, so if one day
Katie hasn't seen it.
Katie hasn't seen it.
I've definitely had it out. You probably fell asleep. It was a 3
I
hour
don't remember
movie.
a single time you putting Scarface out, but I.
All right, we're putting it on tonight.
Okay. Sounds great.
Okay.
Can't wait.
I made it.
I'm sure
I
it's
made
a great
it.
movie.
I made it to the end of the reaction episode. Yes.
Nice. Blue's here. The power didn't go out.
Oh boy,
you made it. You're still here.
Made it the whole time.
And Katie made it too.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know. I have to hook myself back up to see if I did.
We should end before Katie doesn't.
Okay. All right. We're good.
All right.
All right.
Thank
Have
you
a good night.
guys.
See you next
everybody
time.
for watching.
Bye.
Bye-bye.